Hello and welcome. So much happened at tonight's Riverdale, and all I can say is, forget it, guys. It's Gingerdale. I see we're already starting off with, some deep negativity in these comments sections.
Oh, well, of course, Craig and Jughead is coming along and dissing Jughead, that's fine. He is freaking out. I will give you that.
Yes, so much happened in tonight's Riverdale. Perhaps too much happened. There's 5 different plot lines that we have to keep track of. I think that we all need to have a murder board.
Honestly, this is the glass episode of this season.
The Glass episode? The movie Glass. I heard about it.
Oh my goodness.
So it's
much. Just so much happened.
All these callbacks.
So much happened.
Continuity threads. Maybe some broken. Maybe some not. So first of all, how do we feel about the episode? Y'all tell us in the comments. Did you like it? Didn't like it? You tell me to my face.
You want to go first? Okay.
Tell me to my face.
I liked the vibe. I dug it. I totally felt like I was in some
the 1940s
dark noir
yes.
detective story,
Mm-hmm.
Dick Tracy, and it was pretty good. I did think it was a little cheesy in the beginning when what was it? It was Jughead and he's just kind of rocking
on a
back and forth.
typewriter.
Did you see it?
On a typewriter.
That was the vibe. I get it. But I love the vibe. Some of the storylines, not so much, particularly Archie's. I'm kind of
he's a bit of a mess.
What are they doing to his character?
Yeah.
What are they doing to his character?
Yeah, I guess it's he's an angry alcoholic now, but I'm not totally sure why. Just because he got mauled by a bear.
I'm not going to college. I'm gonna punch my boss.
Exactly. Yeah, that's not a great thing to do on your first day of work. Is punch, even though he's in a situation where his dad is actually the boss, but his dad is not his boss.
No.
So unless
like me, I have that situation.
So unless your dad is your boss, don't punch your boss. Yeah, no, it's not gonna work out for you.
I mean, his dad helped him get a job, and then he day one, they're okay, you're part of a union. You agree to that, taking upon the job, and he's no, I'm gonna do it. What? Okay, Archie.
Yeah. And since when does Archie not want to take a break? What is this? Who wants to work through their break?
He clearly has issues.
Yeah,
and he does. It does seem like he sorts through them towards the end of the episode.
Yeah. With a nice ice cold pep talk from Josie.
And almost killing.
And the almost killing
Hiram Lodge.
The failure to murder.
But then so poorly shooting someone else.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right. If you were gonna get ready to kill your ex-girlfriend's dad, you may as well do a good job of killing the person who is gonna kill your ex-girlfriend's dad.
But we still don't know who that is.
No, we do not. Which is
there's someone who we didn't see later on.
Oh, we're gonna jump right into it. All right,
sorry.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine.
I was just gonna say I kind of think that it was Archie's dad.
The last sane man left in Riverdale?
There's no sane man in Riverdale.
You want to turn him crazy too?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Because he did this to his son.
Yeah.
His son is like this because of all the things that Hiram Lodge did, and he having trouble coping with it. He had to go on the run. You're right.
And he did threaten Hiram last episode.
So I kind of think that, and that's kind of why he had to mess, because he can't kill his dad.
And you know how Veronica questioned if Archie maybe killed or shot Hiram last episode?
Yes.
What if Fred actually thinks that Archie did it too? Because who would know better how ridiculous Archie's been lately than Fred?
That's right.
So maybe he wanted to go finish the job so that Hiram couldn't wake up and then tell on his son.
It could happen because we didn't see him later on in the episode, especially after he freaked out. I figured maybe the next step in the plausible timeline of reality would be his dad scolding him.
I like that.
I'm thinking there's no more sane people on this show. Everyone's crazy, and they're all in the sane asylum, and everyone is telling everyone.
That's what's gonna happen at the end. In the finale, it's Jughead wakes up and he's actually a patient. Yeah. No, but I will say I really liked Jughead's voiceovers this episode. Obviously the whole vibe, the whole Chinatown noir vibe was excellent. But this was the first time in a long time that I was oh, Cole's performance. I'm digging what he's doing with that. He very purposely, obviously the dialogue shifted too to make it sound like he was Humphrey Bogart in a noir film, but he put that into his voice too. Yeah. He put that bass in his voice.
I agree with Heel Life saying that Jughead's typing should have been in black and white.
That's so true.
I feel like that would have fit the vibe with the typewriter and him kind of like narrating himself. So, yes, I definitely agree. Toku Kid was not into this episode.
Poor Toku Kid. He's, you know what? I know that you're hanging on for us, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. We've got Ryan loved it. DDT cosplay thought the China vibe was great. The Chinatown, sorry, I should have finished my sentence. Archie always needs a crutch. I completely agree. He's spinning out of control.
And he's always got to have someone to help, something or someone to hold on to.
Yeah.
Now, I know that people are very divided on Archie Josie, right? And obviously, y'all know that I ship Varchie.
Varchie, is that Veronica Archie?
Yeah, that's Veronica Archie. Yeah, I love them, even though I hate all ships equally, but I love that one. It's like a love-hate relationship.
I'm trying to think, like, could it be raunchy?
Ooh.
Raunchy?
It could be
Ronnie.
It would be like Archie. It'd be like Archie.
Raunchy?
But yeah.
Well, doesn't he call her Ronnie?
He does call her Ronnie.
That's what I was thinking.
Raunchy. So I like it, Raunchy. I like it, Raunchy. But yes,
so relationship.
Yes, I do. That is what they are. But I love them. Mm-hmm. But I'm okay with this with the dalliance with Josie. I don't see any issue with it. No. Like, yes, it is a crutch. Archie just, but that's just Archie. He's never going to change. So,
although he's not really using music as a crutch, he keeps being like, "Stop telling me to play music."
But he did tell Josie at the end that he may want to jam with her, although he may have meant a different kind of jamming.
I do have a question for you guys. Do you think that Josie had an accent towards the end? Because when she was talking to Archie, to me it seemed like she sort of had like a noir 50s.
Yeah, I guess she
40s?
Was trying to do that.
40s?
Yeah, I think she was trying to be 40s.
40s, there we go.
Yeah, 40s.
40s accent a little bit. So that's what it sounded like to me. So I want to know. You didn't hear it, right?
I heard it, like, now that you mentioned it. Like, I didn't think about it when it was happening because I thought that it was, like, just part of the vibe. Yep. But you're right. I think she was putting that into the performance. Yeah.
And the big Edward brings up the big reveal we like have been waiting.
We've been waiting for like months now to see Kelly Ripa finally show up. And now there she was, being the mistress.
And not enough of her. Where did she go? She was there, and she was
But
gone.
not just the mistress. I liked how they wrote her into the plot, story. Right? Yes. That she's like the sanitation whatever person, right? That she came to fake the water tests. Never has water been so interesting, you know? And ingredients in the water.
Yeah.
So we learned
that the seizures were coming from the water.
Mm-hmm.
That
the runoff the Fizzle Rocks.
Not
from the Fizzle Rocks.
The Fizzle Rocks.
Fizzle Rocks don't give people seizures. Runoff from Fizzle Rock manufacturing gives people seizures.
And only women. And they don't know why.
Only women, yeah. I think that's kind of reminds me of, like, remember when, like, girls were, like, remember when? It didn't happen to us personally, hopefully. But, you know when, like, there was, like, those reports of, like, girls, like, living near, like, the sea or whatever that were, like, getting their periods earlier?
Yes.
Menstruation, like, much earlier on because of, like, mercury or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what they're...
kind of going for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It was just weird because Kelly Ripa was like, or no, who was it? It wasn't Kelly Ripa. Someone's like, I don't know, like.
It was Penelope Blossom.
Penelope, yeah.
Penelope Blossom.
She's like, I know poison, not.
Yeah.
Not
that's true. Was she really the mistress, or was that a cover story for the bride? DDT has a good point.
Oh wait, what? So, like,
I mean, on the one hand, maybe she's faking it because she's getting the D from Hiram. But it's also possible that he would rather people think that he was giving her the business than to think that he was doing the business with her. I don't know.
That's a good point. Now, I had
Question
thought
everything.
about that. So
Question
now
everything.
I'm definitely questioning it.
Yeah.
So that does make sense that maybe she's going to end up not being a mistress, but he did give her the Glamourge egg.
He did. So
and
that's
she treasured it.
Yeah.
Unless that's the payment.
Right, that could have been the payment.
It could have been the payment, but...
Or it could be the emotional...
It just seems like a very personal way to give payment to her.
Yeah.
Especially since he gave one to his wife.
Oh.
Remember she had one?
Yeah. But that's like putting her on that level, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
So that's why I think...
If I were Hermione, I'd be pissed too.
But she's also cheating.
Hermione! Yeah, but maybe she's cheating, like, in response to Hiram's behavior.
Oh, that could be.
I mean, of course, Hermione turned out to be, like, doing way more than we thought. Like, she's been, like, off screen half the time, and we're like, what's Hermione doing and why is she doing it? And now we have learned that she's got her own machinations.
It's because they don't want us to think that she's the
mastermind?
Yeah, the mastermind behind it all. But now we do know, because figuring out that the water's getting poisoned and it's causing seizures and they're covering it up, that seizures are not coming from the Evernevers.
Exactly.
There's no magic in this town.
Sadly.
Maybe getting the runoff, poisoning Betty, is what made her see the baby floating?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You think that's what they're going to do to explain it? Like, she's kind of like, oh. Like,
right, because she had a seizure right after
yes.
that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe that's
fine. So, I don't know. But I don't know. I still think there's got to be some kind of magic. But
really?
not seizure related.
Not
seizure
not
related.
Thistle Rock runoff related.
And also we did learn, I mean, we already knew this kind of, but like, no one has seen the Gargoyle King since Tallboy was off.
No, it's Hermione.
And
It's Hermione.
And
I'm
Hiram,
convinced.
And Hiram is in the,
yeah.
So currently there is not another Gargoyle King in the running.
That's a good point.
Just the fakery of Tallboy.
And the Man in Black.
I
do have another question, because they brought back the idea of Chick and how he's dead.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking maybe he's not dead.
Of course he's not dead.
Yeah.
Who dies in Riverdale?
But do we know for a fact that the Black Hood that took Chick was her dad, or was it another Black Hood? Because if it was her dad, I feel like he would have murdered Chick.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought that the dad said something about Chick to make it known to Betty that he did something that made Betty realize that he was a Black Hood, and it came after Chick. So okay. I think he did.
So you think it was him?
Yeah, I think it was him, and I think that Chick is only as dead as they need him to be.
I like Toka Kid's comment. Somebody's poisoned the water hole.
That's accurate.
It's really good.
Oh, speaking of quoting things, that's why I was like, oh my god, quoting films.
Yes.
So yes, Chinatown was obviously like the biggest inspiration, but Evelyn, the name of the mistress, was even Faye Dunaway's name in Chinatown.
No way,
yeah,
really?
That's that character's name in Chinatown.
Oh.
I have now forgotten what it was. Evelyn Waters, something like that? Evelyn...
I don't remember.
Blah, blah.
Please comment if you remember.
But yeah, it's the same name, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
And of course, Veronica had that iconic line at the end. So now, finally, when I say it, someone will actually recognize that reference. Yes. Because they'll think it is a reference to Riverdale. And that's fine. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, same thing.
This is Mulray.
Thank you.
This is Mulray.
Yeah.
Okay.
That girl.
That does sound familiar.
Yeah. So that was Faye Dunaway's character.
Thank you.
Yes, our trusty, handy producer. All right, so...
Mm-hmm. So, what if in Riverdale's musical episode, this is by Jay's Party Adventures, by the way, episode Take on Heather's, someone replaces the drink that Heather drinks with the Blue Lips drink for Griffins and Gargoyles, and the person really dies? I wonder who.
Well, you know that's going to happen.
Yes.
That's definitely going to happen. And hey!
Wait, is there another musical episode coming?
I know that there is going to be another musical episode, but I did not know it was going to be... Is that really a thing that's going to happen? Is it going to be a Take on Heather's? Is that true? Because that's awesome. Speaking of, that reminds me, you know how we know about the spinoff, right?
Yeah.
Katie
of the girl that we don't know. No one knows who she is.
But
we don't know who she is.
We don't know who she is.
Katie, right?
Yeah, Katie Keene. I did see, and it's like not coming from American outlets, but I saw several like foreign press outlets tweeting about it, that Josie was going to be part of it.
Okay.
Because if that happens, that will finally justify its existence.
That makes giving her own show. Yeah. And it is, you said, part musical?
Yes, it's going to be a musical dramedy.
That's right. Musical dramedy that we determined was like Glee, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's like Glee.
And I hope so. I mean, I really want more Josie in these episodes. They're they just throw her in the background as a singer at Bon Nuit.
And now she's Archie's latest crutch. Yeah. And I think that they have nice chemistry, and like everyone gets to bone down with everyone. So it's only fair that Josie gets to too. I don't begrudge her that at all.
I hope everyone's using protection.
Right.
This starts to get a little crazy.
Hey, no one's gotten pregnant yet, so they must be.
That's
they must be. And no one's had like a STD outbreak.
Well, maybe that's
you know what?
Reggie
did it off screen. Remember? We talked about that while he was in his like Bumble phase.
Wait, he talked about?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, the chlamydia outbreak" or something like that. I don't remember what he said. He said something about having.
I didn't even realize that.
Off screen.
Okay, so they're acknowledging it.
Yes. So good. Safe sex.
Heather's March 20th.
Oh, perfect. So it is happening, and it is Heather's. That's so exciting.
Wait, so the Heather's show that was canceled?
No, the musical episode that's going to be based on Heather's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, March 20th.
Okay.
So yes, someone is definitely going to take the Blue Lips drink and die.
Are we surprised, though?
But then they're not really going to die. They'll come back 3 episodes later. And then get killed again, a la Sheriff Minetta.
Which brings us to FP's story.
Yes.
Sort of. It kind of brought us there.
You made it happen.
I kind of just said
You made it happen. So, Hermione, as you said, Hermione's being the mastermind behind everything.
It worked out so perfectly.
Yes, so she is the one that had FP kill, or shoot Hiram, fail to kill Hiram.
Yes.
And then his payment.
Did she want him to kill Hiram? was that the plan, or was just like take him out?
That's a good question, because really what she wanted to do was sell off his lab.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Which I thought was really, like, on the one, it's like super irresponsible. Like, that totally puts Hermione in a totally different light.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, you can have Hiram killed if you want, and I wouldn't think any differently of her.
And then everything started to fall apart after
Yeah.
he was killed. It's
Yeah.
like, all right.
Because like, Hiram sucks. So, like, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Like Penelope Blossom.
Yes.
But to then, like, sell the drug lab to someone else who can just continue to manufacture drugs and sell them to, like, kids, potentially your kid,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, who does that? Other than the lodges.
Yeah. And who else is selling drugs to kids? Oh my goodness, Peony? No, was it Sweet Pea? No, it wasn't Sweet Pea.
The other guy, the one that's not Sweet Pea.
Thanks.
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 You're like, the one that's not Sleepy and the one that's not Tallboy. Thanks.
Yeah.
Also selling drugs to kids.
Yes.
These
so basically
servants.
everyone's doing it.
Yeah. Toku Kid aliens.
Yeah,
A
aliens.
Roswell and
Aliens.
Riverdale crossover. The meeting of the R's.
It could happen.
Yeah. Okay. So, in terms of many murders, like many murder plots.
Yeah.
So we learned that now FP is maybe murderer.
It made it so clean.
Mhm.
Because then we kind of like answered the question of
Yeah.
what's going to happen with Tallboy's murder.
Right. And then, like, FP and Jughead are that meme, you know, the meme of the shaking hands.
Yeah.
So it's like FP, Jughead,
Yeah.
covering up each other's murders.
Literally just fits in a nice little
Yeah.
box perfectly,
Uh-huh.
nothing out of place. And they're like, all right, here you
Yep.
go.
And that's when Alice came in order to help support this
Yes.
fake theory.
Yes.
And Veronica, I thought it was interesting that Veronica just wanted her father to believe it. Because
I don't
why
know.
was she worried about her father knowing who really did it?
I really don't like that storyline. I just think it's so odd that she keeps coming back to her dad and, like, discussing this stuff with him.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they're, like, building a bond for something that's going to happen later down the line.
I mean, like, she just took over as mob boss when her dad was in the coma.
But I don't like the feel of that.
Yeah.
I kind of wish...
I was
that-
actually scared that she was going to go along with her mom and sell
Really?
the drug lab. I had my own Veronica to Archie moment where I did not believe, I did not have faith in her.
I was getting confused. I was thinking of Betty.
Oh, no.
I don't like that storyline. That can go.
Well, yeah, but they're both, like, hanging out too much with their
I don't
evil
like that.
dads.
Yeah.
With their evil
Yeah.
dads. That's
It
why it's
makes sense.
confusing.
It makes
But yeah.
sense.
But no, I was glad that at the end Veronica did destroy the lab and the drugs.
Yeah.
With her trusty Reggie by her side. Also, amazing
Are
that...
they dating? Are they dating?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
It was like kind of like I didn't know if they went through with it or not.
Yeah, I feel like they are. Until such a time as Archie is done with Josie, and then they will no longer be dating. But
Dad
for
comes
now,
back and forgives Archie.
yep, for the 300th time, they make a really nice pair though. Veronica and Reggie do. Although he is really just kind of he's like her yes man, but that's why they make such a nice pair. Sometimes it's just nice, you know. Just
Agreed.
I am waiting on her hand and foot. And also, I did sort of, it's not like foreshadowing, but when she had him play the Man in Black, you know, in the car.
How he's kind of like going to take the throne alongside her.
Exactly.
Yes.
It gave that nice picture of, like,
Yeah.
a better Hermione
Yeah.
and Hiram, you know? I don't know. I liked that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could totally see that.
But... Speaking of, you know, your point, Betty being a creeper with her
Yeah, I
dad.
did not like that. And I was like, can we this please stop?
It's weird because it's like she understood Penelope so easily. When Penelope gave...
They've kind of hinted that she does have, like, the dark passenger that
Right,
her dad
the
has.
dark passenger. Mhm.
I don't know what they call it in Riverdale. But, basically, Dexter
Yeah.
terms the dark passenger.
Yeah. Or the entity, as Ted Bundy
Is
calls
that...
it.
Yeah. That's a little too
real. Let's put that aside.
Sorry.
Dark passenger. Continue.
And she's good, too. But, yeah, so I think they are kind of building on the fact that she's like her dad. She's going to have, like, this darkness with her. Something's going to happen. What was it? Was it Dark Betty? What was it called? She had that other side where she wore the dark wig.
Betty.
Was it just Dark Betty?
Mhm.
Yeah. So I feel like
Dark
they're kind
Phoenix
of
Betty.
building that's going to be more of a thing.
Mhm.
And I kind of wish that they would not go that direction.
I know. I don't need Dark Betty. I think Betty is... Nancy Drew Betty is my favorite Betty, and that's all I need from her. But I did like how quickly she figured out what was going on with Penelope Blossom.
Yes.
You know, because, like, we've been waiting...
She's very
Yeah,
smart.
exactly. We've been waiting for them to piece the pieces together, to put the pieces together for that.
Yeah.
And then Penelope, like, turning it around so fast Like when she was like, men are the true poison. And you're like, wait, hold up, I'm listening.
And then
Wait.
maybe she's not so evil.
Exactly. Maybe she got a point.
And then her dad's like, well, why do you believe her and not me?
Right.
And then it was just like, oh, yes. Like,
exactly. Like, wait a second. If I was doing exactly, because if I'm going to agree with Penelope, then I guess I got to agree with what's-his-face, too. Like, dang. And that's not right.
I agree with DDT cosplay.
Yes. Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs vibes is right.
And the dad is definitely trying to act like Hannibal Lecter here.
Yes.
So he's feeling that right along with you.
He really is. Yeah. So, no, I don't want that.
So, like, what do we think is left? Like, what pieces are left to put together here, you know?
Yeah.
Where are we going to go from there? Because I think that, yes, Penelope is the one that murdered all those people, right? Like, all the poisons were done by Penelope.
So she killed her husband. She killed her brother.
She killed Dilton's dad, right?
She did kill Dilton's dad.
And I think, I don't know, she said she didn't kill the nuns, but I think she killed the nuns.
Yeah. Well, no, because she said she only kills men.
That's true. Could someone have taken her poison?
What if that was a reasoning behind her killing the brother? Because maybe he killed the nuns, and he's like, you killed innocent women, and you're dead.
Maybe. Yeah, because why did she kill her brother? You know, like, at that point in time, did she think, like, he was going to give her away? You know?
Like, I don't know. Like, he doesn't have any evidence, though.
I don't know.
But I think it's because of the whole, like, maybe he's the one who killed the nuns, because I don't see it.
The
nun definitely has some
you're
strong anti-men.
Right, and then the whole, like, dominatrix club thing. Like, yeah she definitely is, like, it's
so
like,
she's
out to get men.
I think he killed the nuns, and she killed him for killing the nuns.
Okay.
That's
but why did he kill the nuns?
Because they knew too much.
They knew too much. Yeah, I guess that's true.
I think they knew too much. Yeah. I think maybe Hiram told him to kill them.
Yeah, that's true. Hiram is still in control of many things. Yeah. But the fact that Hermione was willing to try to take out Hiram and, like, you know, face whatever those consequences are.
Yes.
And then in turn also took out Minetta.
Yes.
For the second time.
Yeah.
Really does make me think that, like, she can be the power behind the throne. Like, she could be the real, you know.
I mean, that whole, like, she had a serious plan in place where she wanted to kill her husband, wanted to frame, she's
gonna frame FP.
She's going to send FP back there to finish the job, but someone else came back to finish the job. Yes,
we have to figure. Okay, that's right. You already think it's Fred.
I think it's Fred.
Do you guys have any other theories? Let us know if you have a theory in the comments below. Who tried to kill Hiram the second time?
Oh, Jay says that Penelope killed him because of the seizures, because he was the one causing the seizures.
That's right. Penelope killed him because he was causing the seizures.
You're right.
Yeah.
So...
But then what about the nuns? What about the nuns, Jay?
Jay, give us some material.
Isn't that why Minetta's injured, because Archie shot him?
Oh, you're right.
What? See, that cut out for me.
Yeah, it cut out for me. That's why. But you're so smart. Minetta's injured because he's the one that shot. He's the one that shot or tried to kill Hiram the second time. And so then she killed him to get rid of the evidence.
All right.
Yes.
Or I guess he could still not be dead. Okay. I don't know. We can find out. He could still be alive.
Maybe she shot him so that he had another reason to be shot. So, like, she shot him, and he's like, oh, like, I was trying to be mugged, and then they shot my arm, and this is totally not related to that hospital thing, so don't even think about that. Like.
But does she need to shoot him again for that? Does he need 2 holes?
It just had to be somewhat different. Yes, he needs 2 holes.
He needs 2.
I think... Well, I mean, it just had to look different than just being shot in the arm.
I got you. It had to look different. Right.
He's probably dead. I really don't know.
I hope. Actually, okay. So here's a question for you then, unless Daniel already knows the answer.
Yeah.
If Minetta's alive, whose head was it?
Oh, but maybe
who was decapitated, or whose body? Whose headless body was it?
Who have we not seen? Like his dad? What happened to his dad? He could have killed his dad. He's super creepy.
He is super creepy. That guy must be the richest man in Riverdale, by the way. Because he's constantly getting paid off to, like, fake deaths, to, like, turn murders into suicides.
Oh, you're right. He's supposed to be dead. No need to cover up his injury. All right, so she probably shot him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heel Life is so smart. Heel Life is my fave.
Thanks, Heel Life.
Okay. So Minetta she shot him. I guess it's like he has to be dead unless she just, like, walked out and just assumed he was dead and he just, like, walks out.
Joaquin, you think it's Joaquin's body?
Oh, that makes sense.
Did the timeline fit up? Did his body show up after they killed Joaquin, or was it before he was in prison? I thought
because Minetta died.
I thought Minetta died, and then they kind of like blamed him for that, and then he went to prison. Archie, right?
No, it wasn't Minetta it wasn't Minetta that Archie was blamed for. Minetta died while Archie was in prison.
But I thought that they framed him for that guy that Minetta did shoot. Like, we know that Minetta shot him in the woods. Well, we kind of know that he shot him in the woods.
Did we not see the body? We didn't see Minetta's body ever?
No, we didn't.
Okay, so Jay's party of interest saying that no one, Hermione just paid him to lie. But now there will be a body.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hermione just was like, say that there was a body, and it's Minetta's. Thank you.
I mean, that could be why they don't actually show it, because they're like, all right.
Then again, they didn't show the grizzly bear. So are you telling me that there was not a grizzly bear? This is a conspiracy.
Grizzly bear is alive!
Until I see a grizzly bear, I don't believe that Archie
grizzly
was
bear's the
involved in
body.
anything. Exactly.
Yes. I just think they didn't have enough budget for the grizzly bear.
Yes. All right. So Hermione just paid him to lie.
Okay.
Lord.
So FP shot. He's the one who shot Hiram, and then the kids, all their names, because they're just so confusing, are the ones that shot Tallboy, and then he blamed it on Tallboy.
Yes.
And he's free, and Hermione's pissed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she shot
Minetta
because he didn't kill her husband? Is that why she shot him?
I guess for the loose ends, right? She doesn't want him to be able to.
I don't know. I mean,
to reveal that. Right?
Why do they think his death
here's
is
the thing.
not for loose
She
ends?
knows if she and FP,
Yes.
truce, right? She and Jughead, she and FP, like, I'm not going to tell on you, because then, you'll go down, right? I know that your son killed Tallboy. I know that your dad
Too many sheriffs.
tried to shoot, Hiram. And so, but then if Minetta does, like, there's no reason for Minetta to, I guess, unless he's like, I tried to shoot Hiram, and Archie shot me, which isn't as compelling.
Yeah.
So, so then it's like he could go run off wild with it. So that's why she shoots him, I think.
But then why is she so pissed that FP cleaned it up so nicely? She seemed upset. You think it's just because she wasn't in control of it?
Well, yeah, I think she was hoping to get Hiram dead and then to get FP, arrested for that murder.
But why? So she hates FP.
But not that she hates FP, just like she prefers Minetta, right? But then Minetta was useless, so kill him.
Yeah.
I just feel like she was so disappointed that FP didn't get the blame for it, but I'm confused why.
I don't feel like there's like particularly bad blood between them.
It's her plan.
Yeah, she just didn't like that things weren't going her way.
All right.
And then of course Veronica, set her. Oh yeah, that's right, because she had already been paid for the lab.
Yeah.
By who? Who was the buyer?
And she already used that money
to pay off.
Who did she pay off?
The governor?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Pay off the governor.
Okay.
So
so she's in a pickle, and
Maybe it's the farm.
Heel Life doesn't believe that FP actually shot Hiram. Do you think that FP is covering for someone then? Like, why would he lie about that to Jughead?
Didn't he do that in season 1?
Yes, but...
Yeah, but then she was upset that so like, if FP didn't shoot him, and then FP came to Hermione and was like, hey, we figured out who shot your husband, and then he's like, it was this guy, and she said, oh, okay, no, I see what Heel Life is saying now. So maybe she was upset because she shot her husband, and no, she was on the phone with him, so that couldn't have worked out. I'm just thinking, like, she kind of seemed like scared, like, oh, like, really? Who shot my husband? Why would she be scared if FP shot him? Do you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
I don't know if I'm making sense.
Like, I think that the only reason why she's scared is because she knows it can be traced back to her because she's the one that gave the order.
That's true.
That's the only reason I think she's scared.
Almost all the parents are murderers.
That's true. Except for Fred, unless...
No, we already discovered that I was wrong. we figured out.
Your theory was so much better though. I don't care if Minetta tried to shoot him.
It was still Fred.
It was still Fred.
That could have been a fake bullet. We don't have a fake injury. It still could be Fred.
Maybe he's covering for Fred because they are also in an illicit relationship.
Hey, they did have a thing. Hermione and Fred had a thing.
Yes.
Okay. We're getting too crazy with this. We just.
But yes, almost all the parents are murderers. That's true. Who isn't a murderer now?
Well, maybe Fred.
Maybe Fred.
Maybe. What about Kevin's dad?
I think he's a murderer. He's probably a murderer.
He looks like a murderer.
Okay.
Throwing out the lot.
Do we all agree that Penelope was in fact the original Gargoyle King killer of what's his face.
I don't know if I believe that because I just feel like it doesn't fit. They've been throwing so much information at us and trying to make us believe it's this person, this person. And now that they've settled down on Penelope, it's just like, it doesn't make sense. Because when she was kind of like, oh, I didn't plan this, I thought you planned this. Like, that just seemed like...
Yeah, it just feels like, in general, it kind of feels like the Gargoyle King thing is, like, veering off in a different direction really now that...
They're like, that was so long ago, we don't care anymore.
Exactly. Now that they've established that it's something that Hiram uses to inspire fear, right? It feels like the actual reality of the Gargoyle King and, like, where the G&G gang came from is kind of forgotten.
So Jay says the parents that have not been murdered are Fred, Mary, Sierra, and Tom.
Okay. So Tom is Kevin's dad, right?
Okay, I was like, who is Tom?
Who is Tom?
His name is Sheriff, and it will always be Sheriff.
Exactly. First name Sheriff, last name Keller.
Yes, pretty much.
But yeah, all right.
FP is the closest hero and has way too many morals to shoot
Closet
Hiram.
hero. Yeah.
Oh, closet hero. Sorry,
That's
I
all right.
totally read through that too quickly. I don't know. I see what you're saying. I still.
The only reason, like, cause the reason he gave was like as vengeance for hurting Jughead, right? So like it's believable on the one hand, but on the other hand, like Jughead is fine.
Yeah.
And this is like many moons later. So like, are we really out here trying to...
He is a good guy though. I see what Life is saying. FP has definitely turned it around since season 1, and he's trying to do better, and he's trying to do better for Jughead.
Is he a good enough guy to cover for Fred? Who actually has a more recent motive! Who has a more recent motive!
I thought my reasoning behind it was pretty darn good.
It is a really good reason.
Convincing.
I want to make it happen now. So
it's convincing, and I'm right, and everybody on this show is lying, and everything they're saying is false, okay? We're going to find out next episode that all of these are lies, and really it was Fred. That's it. End of story.
What's what I'm saying? Like, if FP is lying, he's got to be covering for someone, right? So who would he cover for? Fred, the only apparently sane man in Riverdale.
But they can't have any sane men because this is an insane asylum, and it's all in their heads. We've determined this.
Exactly.
What was that show where they were, like, under a dome?
Was it Under the Dome?
You mean Under the...
Is that the show?
I didn't know it was literally called that. Sorry. Clearly, I am awful with names.
So Riverdale is the dome, is what you're saying. And within its borders, death does not exist.
Yes, pretty much, yes.
You can kill anyone you want, and they'll just respawn the next day.
Wait, why did Penelope say she killed Dalton's dad? Did she actually...
I don't think she admitted she killed him.
Okay.
But the reason would be, like, if she killed him, the reason would be because he knows the truth about that G&G game.
Yes.
So if she killed him, it would have to be because she is or is working with the original Gargoyle King.
And Dalton's dad was the other GM,
yes.
Right?
He was the other GM.
Okay.
Right. Unless he was the original Gargoyle King, and that's why she killed him.
Well,
So
no,
that's
I mean,
the
it
other
makes
option, I guess.
sense that she killed him because if they were going like, oh, you set this up, no, you set this up, like, I feel like he had more proof that he didn't set it up than she did, so maybe she killed him off for that.
Yeah.
I don't know. That seems like a stretch. Seems like a stretch.
I mean, but the MO is the same, right?
Yeah.
It was a suicide, but really it's a murder through poison.
D&D cosplay. I've already been shamed. We're past that.
Thank you, next. Speaking of thank you, next, I'm sorry, but Elio's last name is Grande.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
So clearly he is related to Ariana Grande.
Yeah, seriously.
And therefore...
They're cousins. They're cousins.
And therefore, Veronica should, in fact, team up with him.
Power couple.
Yes. Power couple. But yeah, I don't know why he's still around after he, like, sort of betrayed Veronica however many episodes ago.
Was he the rapey guy?
No, that was Nick
okay.
St. Clair.
All right, okay.
Nick St. Clair was the rapey
Sure.
guy.
Just
Yeah.
I was like, who's bringing that guy back?
Yeah.
He was the gambler, right?
He's the gambler.
Okay,
All right. He's the
Just
gambler.
making sure I remembered clearly. Yeah, I don't know why she's around him. She knows she can't trust him.
Joe is replaying old embarrassing moments that we've moved on from that. We've grown as people since then.
I've grown so much.
Yes.
Yes, I love it. That's so Fred.
I actually believed in that picture for a second. I was like, see, proof. And then I saw the very obvious Photoshop.
It makes sense, and and it's like the last person you'd expect, and we didn't really see his face. I feel like if they were going to reveal him 2 seconds later, how long was it, like, from that point to the end of the episode?
Yeah, it's true.
I feel like...
And then for him just to get shot, like, how boring. And we already knew that Hermione was behind it. The whole episode, Veronica was saying her mom was behind it, and then her mom is. Yeah. There's got to be more to this story. Yeah. I agree. There's more to this story. Riverdale wouldn't just end it there.
Fred.
It's Fred.
Done.
There's more to the story, and the more is it's Fred. Okay. Done. Problem solved. Unless Fred is covering for Molly Ringwald.
Yeah, she thinks the comeback I've been the killer all along.
This whole time it was me. Oh, okay. What else we gotta talk about in this episode?
We covered FP. We covered Veronica doing all those drugs, burning them all up.
Penelope Blossom and her... Oh, wait. I have to ask this for you guys, okay? I want to know if Riverdale is very dumb or very, very smart. So, here's the question for you.
The answer's dumb. I'm sorry.
Betty called Penelope Blossom the Red Dahlia. Okay? She was like, just, you can call her the Red Dahlia. So I want to know, does Riverdale know that Black Dahlia was the victim and not a serial killer a la Black Widow? Or, like, so, like, do they know and therefore were they making a statement?
Yeah, I felt
this is my question.
I feel like they were trying to either, like you were saying, Red Dahlia versus Black Dahlia, because I thought Black Dahlia
was, like, a killer, like Black Widow.
Yes.
Or is it, you know, because sometimes the villain is actually the victim, right? And Penelope is just lashing out against the patriarchy, and therefore she is the Black/Red Dahlia.
I think it's definitely the first one. I didn't think that through. I think it's the first one. I think they made a pun on the name, not realizing Black Dahlia was the victim and not the serial killer.
Yeah. Oh my god! See? DDT cosplay! Thank you! We were on that wavelength.
Yes.
We were on that wavelength.
When I was watching it, I knew of the Black Dahlia being the victim, but when I was watching it, it didn't click. I was like, oh, cute pun. Great.
Yeah.
Next.
I was like, is it like the wrong mashing of Black Widow and Red Sparrow? They're like, Red Widow, done, problem solved. But Dahlia instead.
Yeah, I think it was definitely the first one. Do you think it's the second one? You think that they're
the only reason why, like, because at first I was like, y'all are stupid. And then when they had that conversation with Betty and her dad at the end, when they were like, oh, sometimes villains aren't, sometimes villains are victims, and sometimes, you know, murderers are victims, or whatever. You know what she said. She said something, and I was like, Betty, that is too much.
Yeah.
But it made me think that maybe the Red Dahlia thing was on purpose. Yeah. Like, Betty didn't say it on purpose, but maybe whoever wrote this episode said it on purpose.
Yeah.
That was my deep thought for the day.
Now, one person we really haven't touched upon yet is Jughead.
That's right. Jughead and his...
He was like the narrator of this episode. Narrator,
yeah. Which was like his role in season 1. It was a nice callback to the glory days.
Yes. But he believes he's on to Hermione, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I thought someone in the chat said that you guys think that Jughead he doesn't really know the full story like he thinks he does. I think someone said that. So I'm trying to remember what he said at the end, but it seemed like he was pretty spot on. But it was just...
I mean, I think in the end he just agreed that he was not going to rat out Hermione for his dad, because he was his dad.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it was interesting, like...
It's definitely more about his dad than him.
Yeah. It's still interesting to me that Veronica didn't want to know the truth. I, like, don't know why Veronica didn't want to know the truth.
Yeah.
Aside from, because she really does think Archie did it. It's the only reason I can imagine she doesn't want to know the truth. But Jughead, obviously, I don't know. I don't know that he knows the whole story, because I'm sure he doesn't know Sheriff Nara's alive, for example. Like, one thing he does not know. Wait, no, he didn't know. Because someone had sex. What am I talking about?
Oh, he did. He did. He was outside the window, made a creeper.
So really, he doesn't know that Sheriff Nara is dead again. That's what he doesn't know.
That's true.
Thanks to Hermione.
That's true. He wasn't outside her window a second time.
Yes. He was being very you about it.
Yes. Very you.
He was very... very Joe from You.
Yes.
Not Joe.
Yeah, he's actually named the serial killer.
His character's name is Joe. Anyway.
Let's see. End of season twist. G&G was originally written with Griffin Queen as a mastermind and Gargle King as the henchman carrying out the Queen's wishes, and mansplaining twisted it. I love it. Yes.
That could still be how it ends up. It could still be Hermione is like the power behind the throne, and that she almost off Hiram because he was not playing along. You know?
Riverdale writers read the first paragraph of Wikipedia articles and are like, this is a perfect reference to add and sound smart. I love them.
That is true.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with the T cosplay where I think it was the first one and not the second.
I do that sometimes too, I'll admit it. And Word attacked me one time when I was like copying the Wikipedia example, and it was like, you can use other references that aren't Wikipedia. Excuse me, this is just research, please.
That's so funny.
But yes,
that is so funny.
Word should tell Riverdale writers that too, is what I'm saying. Anyway.
I didn't know Word could like sense that. That's pretty good.
It's like, wow.
You really aren't supposed to use Wikipedia as a source, though.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like a paper. I was just like taking down some notes for myself.
Don't tell it to do, Word.
Exactly. I live how I want. I do what I want.
Should we move to
Tardy, absent, truant? Let's
truant?
do it, because it's it was a twisty episode, so we don't know who was in it or not. Speaking of tardy, though, Minetta was certainly tardy.
Yes,
popping up out of nowhere after episodes of death.
But, I mean, is anyone surprised? I feel like when they didn't show the body, it was kind of like, he's not really dead.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, I'm not
We should have
surprised.
expected it. We should have expected it.
We should have.
And also, I think I just imagined seeing the
Body.
headless body, but even then,
Because they talked about it so much.
Exactly. Even then, no head, how are we supposed to... And we can't trust the freaking coroner, so there you go.
So I don't think it works that way where when the police... Who was working for the police at the time of the Minetta thing?
He was the police.
He was the police.
Okay, because I'm just confused how the coroner just says, oh, hey, we found a body, everybody, and it's headless, and we don't need to show it to you because I'm the coroner and I get to do what I want.
Forget it, Kelly. It's Riverdale. It's not even a reason to have.
It's like, okay, gonna take your word for it and write it down in the newspaper.
Yeah, absent was Sierra.
Yes.
Which I'm not even upset about because finally Josie got to do something.
Yeah,
so, it seems like there could only be one.
Yeah.
So this time it got to be Josie.
That's a shame, though.
Yeah. Yes, it is quite a shame.
They don't really get along, though.
Yeah.
Josie and her mom don't really get along.
Although you'd think that she'd be cool now, now that she's lost her job and had to take a whole new career and she probably isn't so uptight about. And she had an affair and she's marrying Kevin's dad.
Yeah, she's distracted with Kevin's dad, and Josie even made a little comment on that.
Speaking of Kevin's dad, was he in the episode? No, right? He's out.
Gone.
He's long gone. He is
gone.
truant along with his son.
Yeah.
Kevin
moved out of town. It's all the weird stuff started happening. They're like, this town's too weird for me.
It was probably smart of them.
And he took his boyfriend Moose with him.
Yeah. Although, I mean, honestly, I thought that he was regular this season. I thought Casey Cott was a regular, so I don't understand what's happening right now. Did they revoke his regular status?
Is it listed as regular on the IMDb? What are you checking?
I check the announcement that he became a regular. I don't know. Maybe he's been demoted.
The second. He's the Gargoyle King.
Oh my God. There you go. Kevin is the Gargoyle King.
There's no way.
He's really mad that.
Even if they said that on the show, I'd be like, nah.
It would be a dream.
No.
It would just be another episode long Archie
nightmare.
Yeah.
Fear-induced
so weird. So
nightmare.
weird.
It does say that he's a.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know.
Season 1 recurring.
Okay, and then he was upgraded to regular, and now they just forgot about it. They forgot that.
They forgot that they didn't put him in the show, and they said that he's a reoccurring.
There really is. There are too many characters on this show, so it's hard to keep them. Like for example, Tony got one scene.
So did Cheryl.
Yes.
She got the one scene. Well, I guess she kind of got a little bit of a longer scene because they were talking to her.
Right, and then Tony popped in to be a supportive girlfriend.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Heel Life. Kevin comes back next week. But he didn't have storylines that got written off the episode. Well, there you go. He was not part of the, mosaic.
So he comes back next week, but
he was in the promo, I think.
He doesn't have any storylines for next week?
No, I think just saying because he didn't have any storylines these last couple episodes, they just, snip.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, at least they're bringing him back.
Yeah. But it was nice to see Cheryl and Tony, and glad that they remain strong.
Yeah.
Even though
through
their disbandment from the Serpents.
They don't seem like they're that mad.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting that, I guess Cheryl cares about her uncle. I would not have expected that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially since he was dealing with the Sisters of Quiet Mercy and she was a patient there.
Yeah. I would be like, no thank you.
I do like Granny Blossom, though. But
Granny Blossom was great when she was like those crocodile tears.
I'm like so confused though because I like Granny Blossom, but she was also one of the people who adopted a child to be the wife of her son, and I'm
She's
like,
not that great. You're right. I'm
like, okay, stop making me want to like her because I kind of don't want to.
That's
like
true.
her.
I mean, and that's like Hannibal Lecter said.
Yeah.
They made Penelope who she is. Like she's a product of her weird incest environment.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
She was raised in the horrible Sisters of Quiet Mercy, and then she was plucked from there to be the wife of her adopted brother.
But then isn't it kind of like mean that she sends her daughter to Quiet Mercy if she was like a victim of Quiet Mercy?
Yeah, of course. But it's a cycle of violence, right? It's a cycle of abuse.
Yeah, but I thought it was more towards men.
And also, back then, they didn't know that Penelope was like that.
That's true.
So
they wrote it differently.
Just like, I will never forget that Cheryl almost killed her mom.
Yeah, she lit it on fire.
At the beginning of season 2. And I was like,
pretty bad.
Oh my god. And she was also stalking Josie for that one episode. Oh, yeah. And now we're just...
Yeah,
we just don't speak of it.
She's
we just don't speak of it. So
wasn't it like a reoccurring stalker thing too?
Yeah,
like
it was revealed that it was reoccurring.
Like, oh, she's in her mood again.
Yeah, but after that episode where they revealed it, they were like, just kidding. Yeah. Cheryl is a totally normal and wonderful person, and we are never talking about this again.
Now she's a fan favorite, so they gotta make up for it.
Ooh, Kevin drinks the juice next week, or does he? What do you guys think?
It's in Archie's dreams.
Yeah, Archie's dreams. All right. So now give us your ginger snap rating, okay? Out of 5 ginger snaps, all right? 1 being like stale ginger snaps. I thought it was the ginger snaps like the cookies, but it's really the snaps.
Yeah, but there's also ginger snaps.
Yeah, there are ginger snaps.
Ginger snap
exactly.
cookies.
So just like 1 is just like lonely and stale, and then like 5 is like pot brownie goodness.
What happened to our idea last week when we were like, we're gonna drink milkshakes on this show, and then
we totally forgot about it, and
I forgot about it too.
Now that you brought it up again, we will probably forget about it
again
as soon as we go off the air.
We need like a place downstairs that sells milkshakes.
Toku Kid, thank you for supercalifragilistic out of 5. DDT 3 non-alcoholic Archie. Speaking of how was Archie getting drunk in a dry bar? Someone I think it was probably DDT.
I thought that they did serve alcohol.
Oh, they do now?
Like secretly, I thought.
When they had to.
Was it just like a one-time thing?
Because
it's ongoing.
Yeah,
because they were trying to bring in more people.
When she realized she was poor and she needed to reevaluate her business plan to make some money.
That's right, the gambling. That's what it was.
Promoting that stuff.
And I think that out of 5, Toku's probably giving it a 1 because he's still watching. All right, you can't give it a 0 because you're still here. There's some love in your heart for it. DDT gave it 3. How about you? What are your thoughts?
I would give it a 4 because I give it a 4 because I felt like the Chinatown noir was unique and fresh. Really throwing something new on the table, came up with a lot of creativity. I like that.
I love this face that Archie's making in the background of this.
But I also was not happy with the Archie storyline where he's spiraling and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And
Edward Sanchez Productions agrees with you. Also 4 out of 5. And I mean, I think that like the noir thing, Jughead's narration, Veronica's whole shtick, and also the fact that she not blew up the lab, but she set the lab on fire. I loved all of that. I even like, unlike you, like I don't like where it's headed, like Dark Betty, but I like the scenes she had with her dad in that moment.
I don't like where Betty's going. I don't like where Archie's going.
Yeah. And
I kind of don't like where Jughead's going.
Yeah, I definitely didn't like. I liked the Archie and Josie scenes, but I really did not like the I just don't believe, even in a crazy world like Riverdale, I just don't believe that you can take Archie to the brink of murder and then back in one episode. Yeah. And not just one episode, but it 4 scenes
when
in one episode. When
he shot someone, it was like, it's gone.
Exactly. Yes. There goes the dark passenger. Exactly. It hopped into that other person. That other person wasn't even trying to kill anyone. They just walked into the hospital and then they were infected by Archie's dark passenger. That's what happened.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking that. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. So that part of it brought it down for me. Yeah. And also just I'm impatiently waiting for more, because the first half of the season, or the first, I don't know, several episodes, the whole, like, Gargoyle King mystery was just,
Yes.
like, such a draw. You know, it was, like,
Yeah.
addictive. Like the G&G game itself.
I like that episode with the G&G game.
Yeah. And now that we've kind of veered away from that, and the Gargoyle King seems like it's just a machination from Hiram, like, I just not feeling that as
We've
much,
also
right?
veered away from the Ever Never farm.
That's right.
Like, it was such an important part to the story,
Mhm.
and we want to know who
It was like the
Ever
missing
Never
piece.
was.
Yeah.
And they're just like, who?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what's an Ever Never farm?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just hippies. Don't worry about it. And Alice is just hanging out there. So, except for when she's being a
Except for when
journalist.
she
Except for
has her
journalist
job.
extraordinaire.
Yeah. Except for her
Yeah.
job and the money that she stole from Betty.
Oh, that's right.
So, also 4?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 4 also, yeah. Yep, because I'm just, you know.
It
I
was
just can't.
creative.
Exactly,
Creative
it was
episode.
creative. I
yes.
love the Chinatown stuff so much that I gotta give
It
it
was
a 4.
just so good, yeah.
If it wasn't for the noir feel, it would be like,
Yeah,
it would be, like a 3.
lower.
It'd be a 3, yeah.
I thought that
yeah.
that definitely saved it.
Yeah.
The bear we never saw.
Yes, that's
Cool
right.
story,
Archie
bro.
the Bear King.
No one believes him.
Archie the Bear King. I really don't. Until
What
I see
if-
proof of his bear.
What if, like, later down the line we find out someone was pretending to be the bear?
Oh my god, it was someone in a
Like
bear
the
suit.
Gargoyle
It was
King.
someone
They were in a bear suit, and it was Hiram who sent them to, like, try and kill him.
I really hope that
And
happens
now he's, like, traumatized and getting bear nightmares. That's it.
Oh, but that's right. So we're definitely going to see Kevin because even though Kevin wasn't in the episode, Archie agreed to go boxing at Kevin's gym.
That's right.
So we're definitely going to see that.
Yes.
Hopefully. Hopefully. Because, oh, no. Was he shirtless at all this episode? Archie? When she put him in the
Well, I
tub,
remember
was
seeing
he wearing a
his
shirt
scars.
still?
Yes, yeah, she threw him fully clothed.
Okay. So,
She's
yeah.
like, you
We
need
need
to cool
double.
off.
We need like 2 scenes at Kevin's gym
Yeah.
in order to make up for
Yes,
that.
Yep.
Because that also takes off a ginger snap.
Yes.
That's also
there we
another
go.
reason.
Yeah.
All right.
Too many shirts on this show.
Exactly. Needs fewer shirts and more Gargoyle Kings.
Yes.
Is what we have decided about this episode and this season in
Yeah.
general.
Yes.
All right. So we'll be here again next week, obviously. In the meantime,
Of course.
find us on the hashtagshow.com.
Yes.
SNN tomorrow night. Quail eggs.
Yeah, quail eggs. Just Google quail eggs and you'll find my dad, I swear.
You'll find Kelly. And remember that if you have theories, you should email them to us.
Yes,
Fan
please.
theories.
We still have patches to give out.
Yes, fan theories at the hashtagshow.com.
Yeah.
Who got the patch last time?
It was Heel Life.
It was
wasn't
Heel Life.
Heel
It
Life.
was Heel Life.
I don't know if Heel Life DM'd any addresses.
You
or
should do
whatever.
that,
Yes.
Heel Life, if you want a patch.
Yeah.
And Toku Kid, you should send in a fan theory. I would love to see your attempt.
No male exploitation. And hello, JD. Welcome to the very end.
That's right. No male exploitation. That's I don't accept this. We gotta destroy the patriarchy by taking off Archie's shirt.
Yes.
Thank you.
And if you guys aren't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with everything trending
In geek pop culture.
Bye.
Bye.